So people wake up. I assume that Geralt wants to leave with the
Oh yeah,
currently the famous three, but
they're going back to hell, maybe.
they only have their druid, so it's up to you what you want to do. If you want to get someone else to get you out, or you want to climb up all the way to the surface of Udid and find a tree.
I mean, we have Wilson.
And we can teleport. Yeah.
If Wilson wants to take you somewhere, sure.
I think we're already going back into hell, weren't we?
I think we said we were gonna go back to get the bodies, right?
Yeah.
That's the idea.
That's true. You could come out of Rug's temple, go through the tunnel, and just instantly back to hell. Because I don't think the three are gonna have any problems with that. So sure.
We're trying to get Lillian back.
So that's where those trudge off to, and then Kai and Kaiten, you have your teleportation magic for wherever
See you later, nerds.
Off we go to the Cool Kids Club.
Back to hell. So now we can say we've been to hell and back.
And then back again.
Yeah, to hell and back again. Yeah.
I'm sure they'll find a way. Right. I suppose it's time to head back then. Well, I heard with Lionello, it seems they're fine and are on their way on their way out. That they made their way out. Well, I think Geralt and Wilson will have that covered. Perhaps they'll join each other in the mission of bringing back the bodies. Well, I'd probably go back to the Schooling Sun right now and see how Cecilia and the others are holding up after if their travel went well. Sure. Kai will cast Word of Recall.
Okay. You guys whisk your way back to Lastfall inside of the Schooling Sun. It's Lastfall. I don't know how much detail you want to go into here, but everyone's there right now. You arrive in the Schooling Sun. There seems to be like some talk. I have to get rid of those three. They're in my pile. There seems to be some talk around the Schooling Sun, like something's going on there. But other than that, you don't see Layla at the Schooling Sun anywhere, so she's probably still with everyone else.
Yeah. Hmm. I'll head on. I'll head over to the Citadel right away. Hmm.
Okay, you make your way through. uh, Where's Cecilia? She's in a pile somewhere else. I moved people. There they are. That's fine. The guards tell you that everyone sort of sat around a table in the hall. So you guys get led to the dining hall of the Citadel. Ah, nice to see you well.
Yes, we had quite an interesting night. Where is Lashana?
Oh, I let her leave. No point keeping her here.
Mm-hmm. Well, do you think she'll head right back to Falva and try and use the Miflar again?
We've let Elian know, but I think Lashana has a bit more intellect than that. She's not going to go. At least that's what I think.
Right. Just let me know if anything else about that. If anything else happens regarding that. Mm-hmm.
No, it doesn't.
Well, I hate to cut this short, but I believe it's time for me to head off. There is some business I have to attend to.
Oh. Something in particular?
I, with everything regarding that, regarding the beasts being done, I believe time that I take care of that I take care of the mess that I helped cause in Calavia.
Hmm. Right, well, I think Alyssa is sort of handling some of that. Yeah, Kai, if you need any help, we're sort of puppeting behind the scenes, so.
That's fine. I don't need that sort of help. I was never fond of manipulating things behind the scenes. I just want to earn the trust of the people right now. Build that up. Maybe they'll and try and convince them to see the true side of the story for what it really is, and make up their own minds about that. Come to that conclusion on their own.
Right. Um, we're sort of developing Caloria into more of like a democracy, so maybe the people like you enough.
Well, I'm assuming I'll live as long as some of my forefathers. I have a long lifetime. Perhaps someday.
We'll see. Good luck.
Thank you. As long as the country has a good leader, then I don't need to step in.
Bye, Kai.
Goodbye, everyone.
And then he was never seen again because he was
And-
killed off screen.
And then he almost became president, but he was assassinated.
Gonna Lincoln him.
Oh no.
Oh no, Kai's dead. Pans over to Kaiten, flicking away like necrotic energy.
Who could have done this?
High level druids are terrifying. That firefly could fucking disintegrate you.
Yeah.
Get wrecked, nerd.
Oh look, a little swarm of ants. Please get out of my house. Please get out of my house. I'm going to burn all of you. Transforms into a full person. I think the fuck you won't.
I love the idea of a high-level druid just deciding I'm gonna be an ant and live with ants now. I'll protect the colony.
I mean, if you're like fucking Kaiten, I imagine like for like just like a few months, you would just decide to become an animal in like a family,
Mm-hmm.
in like a colony.
Just a random fucking anthill somewhere in the world, and somebody finds it and it explodes.
just to
and kills
experience
them.
it because you can.
Yeah,
You know.
just to get that experience. Right. Yeah.
Okay.
We don't need to go into detail. Yeah.
Anything anybody else would like to do in the very short term?
Mm-hmm. I assume our rescue of all the bodies goes off without a hitch, probably. Doesn't it?
Yeah, you're like level 20. I'm not.
Yeah.
Hell's scared of us.
There's no problem.
Yeah.
You're fine. You can blast through a couple of fiends along the way.
It's okay. We're we're a fucking attack helicopter. We can do anything.
I assume like most of the forces that would try and stop us are already like dead, considering what happened yesterday.
Yeah,
Uh,
Most
I-
of them.
I would also say that we're probably going to get diamonds as well because they've been dead for more than a minute. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, hold on. So how many people died actually?
Hold on, wait. Some people were gentle riposte when they was at the end of the combat, end of the big fight.
Yeah, but Kai saved his spell slots for the.
Mm.
I'm not using it on the people in hell. Like I think, yeah, I don't think he even had like time for like within a minute from when they
Yeah.
died. Maybe something
So
like that.
Luxian
Didn't.
has enough diamonds for 8 people. I'd say.
I mean, the problem is we can't use Revivify on them.
That's true.
Yeah, need
Dead
to
for more
use
than a
them
minute.
instead at the very least.
We have to get the expensive diamonds for like Lillian, and she's like number one priority because then we can have the full famous 5 back in order,
The full famous 5, yeah.
and then
Well,
we'll.
It's not the famous 6.
I think Rosin has some expensive diamonds. It's just
I
less
do.
people.
Do you
I have
do-
a 1,500
Oh,
gold
there's
diamond.
a
I have
bag
a
of dead people right there, anyways, so we can pull those out.
Oh, we can see who died. Yeah.
That's a truth seeker. That's a
For-
truth.
Okay.
For a
so
second, I shit myself because I hovered over this bag up here and saw 244. I was like, what?
Oh,
When?
there's Carmelia
people
again. I
died?
was
Oh
white.
my god.
Okay, no.
Oh,
Wait, who's this?
this is.
I think that's a truth seeker.
Yeah, that's a truth. Okay, so let's separate the truth seekers, because obviously.
I mean, these guys are like second priority. Where is Lillian?
Not in the bag of dead people.
Lillian, where are you?
What are you?
I don't actually know. Up here.
There we go.
I moved her there, I think.
I would also suggest that if we're like literally going to Lillian's corpse, which is like as far in next to the castle, we should probably just go back into the room and clear anything else in there.
Sure. We can just say we did that. That's fine.
Just double check on Gristle's body, make sure he's not been turned into a horrible demon yet.
Yeah, I
Give
mean,
her-
there's the 3 dead bodies in that room as well. Of
Of the evil people, yeah.
yeah.
It's like we go into hell. We fucking strap like a wagon to Crusoe, and we just like start tossing them on, like bring out your dead.
We just have a list and we're like, all right, so who's this one? Should we get them?
Oh yeah.
Huh.
Yo, that means Crusoe can have 2 pairs of boots.
Yo!
Yeah, that's how that works.
Crusoe, want some boots? We can all fly.
Yo.
Yeah. It's the
Getting
flying
this flow is
squadron.
getting powerful. It's like oh look, some adventurers as they descend from the heavens, led by a charge of the paladin on a mount that can go 100 miles an hour.
We are the famous 5. And me.
She's a part timer. Don't mind her. So yeah, so Lillian, we focus on getting revived, and also Carmelia, because I don't want to leave that guy without his wife, man.
Yeah, we need to. Yeah,
Like
need
we
to
helped
protect her.
him
Yeah,
so long ago, and they came back to it out of the fucking like.
yeah. This guy deserves a happy ending. Yeah.
Like
Definitely.
we're gonna bring her back, and we're gonna expressly deliver her to him.
Yeah,
We have your wife, huh?
she's alive.
Leonello appreciates that very much.
I could imagine.
Turns out you come to his home, you open the door, and your shit is already in the
Um,
corner.
And it will take some time, but we would probably work towards trying to revive everyone.
I would say you could get everyone.
Okay.
With the people that you know, you have a slide in to Frostra Pebblebeard.
Okay.
Is
And
Austin.
and then I would say we'd have a long discussion about the True Seekers. What would we decide from that? Like, what is the rest of the group's opinions on that, KJ? The other 4.
Oh, the famous 4?
Yeah, what is their opinion? Because these are like technically our property right now because we come from hell.
Well,
We would of course.
I think they're of the opinion that if the Truth Seekers want them alive, they'll come back and get them.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. So we're just gonna leave the corpse. It's just buried somewhere, gentle repose.
Not a problem.
Oh, well, you don't want the bodies back? Okay, dump them. Just toss them in the river or something.
I guess from the lava room. Problem solved.
Go back to hell to get rid of them. Are these all True Seekers?
Yeah.
All 3 of them. Okay.
Yeah.
Into the pile you go. Corpses.
Into the Truth Seeker pile. Truth Seekers.
Yeah.
Why was this towel not used for a leaflet? Because it looks much more like the one in the anime.
You could maybe do it in one.
Because they
that
weren't
kind
meant
of
to
a
look
leaflet.
like them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they were meant to look like.
Eventually, we would get the Goliath family back.
Yeah, we need our Goliath friends.
Lionello would get his wife back. He'd be like, "Oh my god, my wife." Is that really all who died? Oh yeah, there's also what's her face who got her brain soaked. We can't really bring her back.
Yeah, no, Gristle we're keeping dead because that's what
Yeah,
he wanted.
Gristle wanted to die.
Yeah, and
That
then
was-
and then Amisra is.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose that we could like, I don't know, go to the Schooling Stones and drop her brainless body off so they could figure out if they want to like bring her back with a new body.
Figure it out.
Just true resurrection, that's it.
Corpse delivery.
You're
See you
welcome.
next week.
Yeah, you take Amisra's body back. You're a lot more sensitive than that, but yeah.
Okay, yeah, no.
So that's the short term, really.
Yeah, I think that's the short term.
Okay, hold on. Alex.
Oh,
Yeah, what about him?
what about Alex?
What about Alex?
Ah.
He was part of the guild hall, right?
Yeah, what about him?
Maybe at some point we could try and find him, Nikki.
Find
See what
Alex.
became of the young man.
Maybe look for him in Moheim. I don't know.
Like, you missed out, buddy. We killed the god.
We did it.
You've been a legend.
Found some dead bodies behind us.
Oh yeah. As I remember, as part of this whole thing, everybody was promised to have their wish granted, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a drain on company money. Okay, so there was like small print. If you died, your contract is null and void.
No, I got come on.
If you had to be revived, then yeah, your wish is already been granted because you're back to life.
None of the
Revive
people
on
who
trust.
came on this mission are selfish. Some of them don't ask for anything, and others are very modest.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
If only Gristle survived, he'd take everything from the fucking keep.
If
this is mine
Gristle
now.
survived, he would be, I want the country.
I want
Give
it
me
all.
all of Orgisia right now, thank you very much.
You know what? Give me Orgisia. Take it to the world right now.
Well, since we were also part of the group, would we get a wish?
Bro, it was our mission. We brought them
I
in on the
know, I know,
council.
it's a joke.
We got the wish by doing the job.
We got the wish. We did the job. You're right.
How
Did the job,
quickly?
we got
How
the
quickly
job.
do you want the boats back, Mr. Gerald?
I mean, Gerald would do it, like, because I imagine they're not going to go on a big adventure for a little while.
No.
Yeah, he'd do it in that time and just fly out to locations of all the boats during the campaign and sail them off to new shores.
Nice.
Where are
Go-
you gonna take them?
The one,
in your
wherever was
boats.
closest, like the one from Barrow Bay. Was that a Jordao boat, or did we just buy that one? I think we just bought that one. He's gonna.
I think we bought it.
Honestly, okay, he's just gonna take all the boats back up to Jordao
Yeah.
because I'm
Okay.
pretty sure we owned all
Okay.
the boats.
Gerald's
Well,
boat.
doubted.
Yeah, I
Gerald's
mean,
boat recovery.
Jordal's port was like super far away from the actual place, so that
Yeah.
didn't get destroyed at all. Like everything's still there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Good way
Does
to
that mean that the
kickstart
old
the
bitch is still
economy.
there?
She might be alive, yeah.
God damn it, no. Look, I'll just take it from you. You have nothing left. Like, no.
You can buy that place if you want.
Okay, yeah, Gerald, if she's still alive, Gerald would buy that place from her.
Okay.
Nice.
Gerald owns.
He owns Jordao.
I
Gerald-
mean, practically, yeah.
Gerald owns Jordao, which is a ruined city.
The only
I'm-
living members of it are like, what, his mum and dad, and they're in a different world.
I mean, technically, legally, you inherited Jordao.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
By right of secession.
legally, I'm the last citizen left of Jordao. That means I am the owner of Jordao.
He's gonna rebuild Jordao. It's gonna be Ghost
Yeah.
Living.
I've already put that in my epilogue. That's part of his plans later on.
Nice.
Make
Alright.
Jordao a place again.
I imagine just Wuxin would join you for all of this just for fun.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? Yeah.
Imagine Joan and Moshe spend a lot of the days together, just hanging out. It's fun.
Being friends.
Meanwhile, Kai and Kaden have no friends over there. Look at them; they have responsibilities, running countries and stuff. Jeez.
Kai is becoming president or some bullshit. I don't know.
Look at those. His aspirations. Glug glug glug.
Kaiten,
Yes.
you spend some time with Jappa.
Yes.
I will say that the two of you sort of follow this trail that leads you to Storsda, and then speaking around with various dwarves, getting some of the history and knowledge. Fleet Hill did have like a working relationship with Storsda, and then it sort of like broke off, and Sleet Hill became its own sort of like island that didn't really have anything to do with anybody else. Following this trail, you can eventually sort of both like druid wild shape your way across the ocean, and after some exploration, a bit of magic, you do find Sleet Hill with Jappa. It's inhabited completely by turtles, and
Yes.
it's actually a dragon turtle, a very large dragon turtle that they live on.
That's adorable. But yeah, Kane just returns Jappa's bag and goes on to do the rest of it. She'll just tree teleport out.
Gotcha. You're you're doing this like straight away, so let me get stuff set up for that. Kaiten, I'll just move. Who do I want? I want Celia and Alyssa.
Oh,
in
I do have
group
tiles
by
prepared, by the way, KJ.
number 4, and then you people can go over here, and then he actually drops a misfire off. Put her up here. Aerith.
I'm gonna pop 2 tiles in the corner of your phone.
Okay, I'll keep those. Because I want to do Kai. Objects, table, custom, browse.
Whoa.
I was wondering why I didn't have any paint myself.
Poor Sandaro loading maps.
Sandero, you're
There we go.
blinded by it.
He does he like always goes from 0 to 100 instantly though.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't that how tabletop sim loading works anyways? Like, you're loading one object, okay, it's 0% until the object is fully loaded, then it's 100%.
That would make sense.
And
But
then
they could like stage like the loading.
Yeah.
I guess.
That's what's required.
Anyway, it's not hard for Kai to make his way to the capital.
Oh, teeny tiny.
Tiny Kai.
Kai steps out. Ah, Washington, D.C.
Heading into Kalewa, you notice how sort of different it is. There's a lot more of a military presence around here now. And it's not as like relaxed as it was when you came. When you came to Kalewa before, it was more of like a like a student sort of life thing going on where you were, and then the rest of the place was like just like normal like early ages city life. But now it's sort of more rigorous. The people around seem still a bit on edge. Like this place just ended a civil war.
Mm-hmm.
Got some healing to do.
And on your way in, there's some pretty rigorous checks, but you're Kai Lionheart, so it doesn't take you very long to get in.
It's the guy.
How would Kai like to go around winning the people?
How
Um,
will Kai begin?
Kai will mostly not really draw that much attention to himself on purpose. He'll wander around the city and just assist people in need uh, what's the term? A good Samaritan. Just
Yeah.
not asking for anything in return.
Good boy.
Okay.
And like as he does however take opportunities to when people like if to like tell the right stories to people whenever it's the situation arises, and I don't I guess that's the main way he probably draws attention to himself. Um,
Mm.
he would write a book about everything that happened there, from I'd say from about the time the emperor died, and until like the killing of the beast of Balmud, and he'd tell everything as truthfully as he's aware of, and try and like double check and triple check with all the make sure like it's as truthful as possible.
Okay. This book contains witness accounts from some very respected people. So I think the book would go a long while. In terms of being a good Samaritan around Kalewa, it's appreciated by pretty much everyone except for like I would call them separatists. They just want nothing to do with the current sort of leaning into government that this place is going. They just want to fuck off and do their own thing.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, they want like West East Germany style run of this place. Like they just want to like have their own half of Kalewa, but
So they
I mean, the other side has like a fucking whole country behind them and a shitload of behind the scenes secret shit going on.
So is it like a divide of like monarchists and democratic, or what?
Yeah, it's more of a monarchist democratic divide, but they want to like because obviously the emperor was like a dragon god, right? But
Yes.
he had
Yeah.
his own like line of succession, and basically they're like die-hard monarchists who've just taken the line, and they're like, well, this guy's next, so he should be running things.
Yeah, it's the White
Uh,
Russian army, I guess.
Yeah, so Kai has a bit of a problem with those people because they don't like him. Other than that,
Yeah, I mean, Kai doesn't really take that much action. Like, you can't really force someone to like you, but he mainly just tries to resolve some of the things that any problems they'd have. That's like that's like that would just be better if they're solved in any case. Like, oh, people are hungry on the streets. Well, I'll use some of my cleric magic then to conjure up food. Wait, is that something clerics can do? I need to make sure.
I think clerics get create food and water. Sounds like a very cleric thing.
I think it would be a cleric thing, wouldn't it?
Heroes
They
speak.
can at least purify food and water. So if like there's a fucking pestilence going on, then you can like get rid of that.
Right.
Please spare some water and bread.
Yeah, create food and water. It's a thing that clerics get.
Yeah.
I also like this group is like a whisper in the wind after like 10 years. Like they're not amounting to anything.
They lose power. Yeah.
I mean they didn't really have any
Yeah,
power
but
to begin with, but
they lose what they had.
yeah, and like when democracy comes in, there's like the fucking monarchist party. Like,
yeah, they make up like 1% of the parliament.
They don't even get a seat.
Yeah.
They don't have enough votes. I mean, it's up to you whether Kai gets involved in any of the politics stuff. If he wants a party or anything, but
Kai mainly just wants whatever is best for the people, and if that and like if the people want him in charge, then I guess, but like it's not really Kai's choice.
So what you're saying is, if somebody organized a Kai Lionheart party.
Looks in the background scribbling down the notes.
Well, I imagine he would just be he'd mostly just be a bit supportive of those of like the politicians that seem to have good intentions and doesn't really try to get competitive about that sort of thing. He would try to establish relations, interplanar relations with Odom's people, like try and get in contact with them and like see if there's any way that people can help each other from across the multiverse.
Nice.
Cultural exchange.
Nice.
I am of the multiverse party. I believe in cooperation.
Yeah, I mean,
between
over some
multiverses.
time, like their culture is extremely different, but over some time, you get Odin to come. He brings some of his buddies. You learn some stuff about his life and what he was doing before servitude. And then there's some interesting things in Kalewa that start to appear that you might only be able to get on other planes, as there's sort of this exchange of unique things to each plane, because there's stuff on the prime material that they might want to.
Once like Kai is pretty happy about like the state of at least the capital, he will then just begin wandering the world. He would take he would pretty much shelve his identity as he travels around. Basically, like travel as a old man that would just tell stories, and some people might be able to recognize it as recognize him as Kai, but he wouldn't really be around each place for that long, and he would mainly just try to be a good spirit without any sort of identity to sort of take the credit for whatever happened, for any good deed he does.
I I like to imagine that he goes for a town and randomly sometimes they're just a guy who's like, "Wait, are you Kai Lionheart?"
Oh shit.
Oh fuck.
I mean,
Lives away.
he has like magic to disguise himself, like
Yeah.
it's furbolg that they even get to detect the disguise self, and like he can learn it as a wizard spell as well.
Okay.
How long do furbolgs live?
Yeah, how long do they live?
Hundreds.
Hundreds of years. They can live to 500 if they
Oh,
are healthy. And
look at you, Kai.
I say with Kai's adventuring life, and like he's wandering around the world, he's exercising like all the time. I think Kai is probably on the further end of some furbolg.
Kai's got like the fucking leg muscles of an actual Olympian god.
And he's also a cleric, which will help.
Kai slowly but surely gains 1 point in strength.
I mean, hey, that's enough to bump him up to a +1 in strength.
I'm like at the end of his life, he's dying, and then you just hear like a sound of like his strength increasing, like a video game.
Moving on from Kai, we will find ourselves back in a familiar room of Barrow Bay.
Hold up, let's play the fucking royal music.
Yeah.
The crowning of Caton.
The ceremony.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know where Thalia is.
She is inside of a bag somewhere, the last time I checked.
Oh, yeah, good job.
Is there a copy of her in NPCs? There might be.
Hold on.
Oh, found her.
There is not.
Is it? Oh, there she is.
She still has a
she's
green
like
dot,
that.
which made it easy to identify her.
She's green and retired.
There you go.
Caton and Thalia are in the throne room together, having a little conversation.
Having a good old chat. During this, however much time it was taken, would she have been able to gather materials needed?
Yes.
I think Caden is just gonna ask Thalia to take her to the grave of her parents. Of their parents. Sorry.
Okay, their grave's under here. We had to hide it because of, the Civil War. Follow me. Come on.
Yep.
And Thalia leads you down into this tomb where there's only two sort of laid out coffins side by side.
Caden can only heal one a day. So she's gonna ask Thalia which one she should get first.
That's kind of an awkward question, don't you think?
That's exactly why I asked you.
Fancy. Better idea. Right?
What?
Long rest. Where before you get to the end, of your long rest, do the spell, and then you finish the long rest. Then you bring that next one back next turn. Eh? You can bring them back at the same time if you just wait.
I feel like having a long rest in your dead parents' tomb that you've never met is a worse idea, Xenox.
I mean, it's like you're preparing yourself for 4 hours.
I think our father could handle being away from our mother for a day, whereas I don't know if Mum could handle that.
Oh, we'll grab him first then. And she works on casting this spell, but she's then cast before, so that's good. It takes a while, I believe it's an hour casting time.
Thalia watches the entire time, sort of trying to figure out what's going on there. As she watches, she doesn't really understand. She does like some magic, but nothing major like this.
I imagine we have taken the lid off so he doesn't just resurrect inside of the thing and then bonk his head.
Yes, I would say that.
Then an hour passes, and first one's back.
Your father, who was slain, rises once again, and he seems sort of confused, but then like this realization sort of washes over him, and he seems to realize oh, you didn't have to bring me back.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, Caden, come here. And he steps up, starts walking towards you.
Awkward situation. Wait, crap, I hear music.
We never really had a chance. I'm so sorry.
It's alright, sorry for causing war.
I don't think you can blame yourself.
I can only bring mother back tomorrow.
All right. Well, I look forward to that. Come on. I probably have a lot of questions. I have a lot of questions. It's been such a long time.
How's Thalia reacting?
Thalia hasn't said anything yet, and then like there's tears that just start rolling down her. She just looks.
I'm trying to.
Come on, Thalia. You two. And he takes Thalia by the hand.
Oh. And then
And you spend the day with just your father, who has a lot of questions about things that have happened, and Thalia is mainly the one that fills him in.
yeah, Caden's tired. She just kind of sits quite far away and just kind of looks, observing. Like she's known to do.
And then eventually the next day passes. And you begin your resurrection, and as you finish, your mother rises out of her grave.
Oh, to add, this one has brown hair, but I didn't have enough time to edit it.
Fine.
She has brown hair.
I mean, brown is recessive, so hey, not to be wrong.
I planned on the brown. And I guess the same spiel happens with her.
Pretty much, yeah. Your mother starts crying. Like, your dad was holding it together, but your mum not so much.
I mean,
Uh,
I guess this is more of a question for Sandero since you know D&D stuff. If someone dies scared, will they be revived scared?
Like, look, KJ knows a lot about D&D as well, you know.
I don't think that's how
I don't
D&D.
think.
I
That's
don't
not a
think D&D
me
tracks
question. That's
emotion.
something that's KJ.
I don't think
Sorry,
Sandero
I
would
just
know.
standardly
I
go
just-
to Sandero for D&D questions.
it depends on time. Like, these souls have experienced the afterlife, and they have an understanding of what happened before they got brought back. Like, they've somewhat watched ongoing things because dead people can go to the outer planes, and the outer planes can have some sort of influence on the prime material. Like, you could be watched by souls.
That's not creepy.
So they aren't scared because they have some sort of understanding. If someone was like brutally murdered and then immediately revivified, yeah, they might still be scared. Their
So.
soul hasn't been anywhere.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine we just spent like a week to a month just doing family stuff,
Doing wholesome family things.
just getting to know each other. I imagine the ghost fucker, I forgot his name. Thalamus does a bit of speaking to in the evening. Guy who started this whole problem, Jesus Christ. Yes, that's that done.
He needed to live. Okay, leave him alone. Yep, there's some education going on. Over time, even though they're elves, people grow old. In this course of time running through, there is sort of Caton's coronation, I would call it, but it's not like super fancy. It's the twig crown, and it's just like a nice ceremony of the people of Barrow Bay all coming together to celebrate.
All right.
And Caton invites a lot of people. Imrua and Alce are old now.
Value's probably also starting to get up there in age.
I would say at this point, Geralt and Wilxian are probably dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, at this point in Kate's life, yeah, considering she's living for the next
I don't
7,000
know.
years.
Like, this is like probably 500 years into the future or some. I don't know. How long is it?
I'd say it's like 300.
300.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah.
It doesn't
Wilson
affect us
probably
anyway, we
would
wouldn't
be
get an
alive,
invite.
yeah.
Like, their physical bodies are probably gone, but we don't know what influence they.
You don't know what's happened to this like souls.
Mm-hmm.
They could very much be somewhere.
We just learned they can be looking at us, staring.
But
Where there is ghosts.
Kai, you're not impossible to find. So word does reach you that this is ongoing.
Yeah, I think Kai probably would show up. Though very though it might. God fucking damn it!
What was that?
I'm sorry.
It's alright.
He probably would show up. Like he would show up disguised as himself and like waiting to see if anyone could find him out.
Disguised as himself.
Disguised as himself?
But disguised as someone else. and-
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
I thought you actually meant disguised as himself.
I'm sorry,
like-
my brother's fucking derailing my
Yeah,
train of
I
thought.
know. No, I like it. It's funny. I like the idea that Kai comes up and it just has a mask of his own face on top of his face.
But it's like a
Oh,
really
how real
obvious
funny,
mask.
Kai Lionheart.
It's like a
Oh,
really
hey.
obvious Halloween store level mask.
Yeah,
He would come like disguised as a like kind of taller, maybe a bit bulkier elf, but like and he's like mainly just testing if to see if like Caden or any of the others of the royal family, so to speak, will recognize that he's not from here.
yeah, it's me, Kelf Elfheart.
How well do you know your population?
I imagine there's not that many people on here paired with my 19 passive perception.
I'd say this is more your insight, but
Insight, well, 16.
I would say you
No,
can
30.
recognize Kai because this is very specific on who's meant to be here.
Mm-hmm. You have a list.
I have a list of 10 people. Who's this random person I haven't invited yet? I
Also,
don't
kind
know.
of easy to notice him standing out from the crowd because he's not touching shoulders with anyone. Because then they'll notice, hey, this guy's. I can feel shoulders that aren't there. What the
Wait a
fuck?
minute, is that fur?
Yeah. Exactly.
Ken would probably just nod at him and recognize him, as in, I recognize you are there, but I won't approach you. Because
Yeah, and the second you recognize him, he would come out of the disguise and give him a nod.
bit of a chat. People probably wondering who the fuck this Fable is. Okay, Fable.
Hey, I have a contact. I'll have you know. He's in my notes.
There's a discussion around Kai. Like people of Barrow Bay know who Kai is. He helped them for quite a long time actually, and those elves are still alive, mainly
Nice.
some of them.
Yeah, it's a good old day. I imagine there's a lot of seafood available.
A nice day of celebration. Some Barrow Bay traditions are upheld, and Caton is the new leader of Barrow Bay. As Caton does not look much older at all.
Elf logic.
And never will.
She will not look a little bit older for more than 1,000 years, and then she'll
Yep.
look like maybe 5 years older.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know the people of Barrow Bay, like Rafal Wafir, the construction leader of Barrow Bay.
Yeah. I know
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, they might be dead now. They were a bit
Aw.
old. During
Aww. But you maybe know his son. It's just a
Kai
small
went-
boy.
Throughout his time here on Barrow Bay, Kai does get some thank yous for what he's done here.
Oh, please, that's so. It's been such a long time since that. I don't have to thank me for that.
There are in a few history books here and there.
I would like to to point out the polarity between the types of druids. To Hand, 500 years of his life after getting to level 18. Caton, 7,000 years of her life.
That's how it be, man. That's just how it be.
Shit, that's what I ever played a half orc druid. I get scammed.
An orc druid? Can you imagine?
God, an orc druid. They would just blend into the
No,
forest.
a fucking Aarakocra druid.
Yeah, I was about to say Eric Cockers.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh
they
yeah,
would-
you get 100 years. You get to live,
Oh,
you get to live
yeah.
as long as a kobold by
Fuck
being
yeah.
Aarakocra druid.
Well
Oh,
done.
jeez. Proud of you.
Well, that happens, and Kitten becomes leader, gets the Mythal up. There's Eberron communication's been going for a few hundred years now, and the sort of Barrow Bay is a very old place and likes to sort of keep it that way. And Eberron's very new, and there's ideas being like flown from Eberron, and Barrow Bay becomes sort of like technologically advanced into the future while maintaining its presentation of ancient.
Yeah, can make sure the culture of Barrow Bay would not be erased by everyone's probably way stronger culture.
Yeah. And magic in Barrow Bay was already prevalent, but it becomes much more so after the sort of strict arcane teachings that Eberron presents.
Neat.
There's like a bus service, but instead of a bus service, it's a tree service. But it's twice.
Like fucking portals stuck in trees.
We're going a trip to Orgisia, kids. Here we go.
Hey, at least it's not a 3-hour bus ride with that one weird kid in the back who always keeps screaming.
So, beer.
What?
What? Phoenix voiced an ancient hex.
What did it sound like? I said.
Sylvie.
Yeah, I don't know what was said there.
I was kind of leaning over, and I said, "So you to fancy?"
Oh,
Bring a
okay.
kid in the back of the bus.
Excuse you, I do not sit in the back of the bus, I sit in the front of the bus because I do not like the screaming children.
Ah, I see. You're aggressively white.
No?
Yes.
Eventually, Wuxian, your mansion is complete.
Yo!
Yeah, baby.
Yo! We can actually use this map.
Yeah, it is.
So many shit. Holy shit.
I made it. Yeah.
Yeah, Nikki made it.
Nice.
I made it for this. Alright, yeah. Wuxian's mansion would eventually be complete indeed. Would Gerald be there on the
This is like
I imagine it's like a
the
party.
famous. This is like the famous 4-second base.
Yeah. There would definitely be a party going on.
Where is Party Gerald? Not
Party
you.
Gerald.
I have.
No. I'd actually make an image for the new.
I feel like this is a party place. Like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a magical disco floor.
Mm-hmm.
Cruiser outside. Yeah, you know, hold on. Bam!
Oh shit! Gerald's going in. Who would be invited? Let's see.
Only for a minute, sadly, but you know.
Only it's a big spectacle.
Wait, hold on. Actually, hold on. I think he lasts for longer, actually. Because there's a new thing he has. Avenging Angel. For 1 hour, he would be like this. Kind of. But not as lightning. It's just more Angel.
Let's see. Let me think. Who would I invite to the party?
These two.
Yeah, these two definitely deserve to be here.
Also, Lillian's here. Jeez, come on, Lillian.
Yeah, Lillian.
Yeah. I can't remember where I put her.
Oh, we would definitely invite the Goliaths, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They know how to fucking party.
They would definitely be here, providing us with drinks.
Tiny Kai, let's get him in here.
Tiny
Better
Kai,
than normal Kai.
our favorite Kai.
We made a homunculus of Kai.
Obviously, Fred. Hold on, Fred.
Hold on, Fred, Frood. He's over here. I got him. Ferg. That's it.
Yeah, Ferg would be here too. Yeah.
This is sometime in the future. This is like Fred 20.
Fred 20? How far is this into the future, actually?
I'd say to build your mansion, it takes like 3 or 4 years.
3 or 4 years. All right.
Yo, Fred XX.
Fred XX. Yeah, let's go.
Oh yeah, hold up. There we go.
And Ferg actually like ages, so like Ferg's older.
Oh, yeah.
Yo,
there's-
is Fer like getting close to being like a proper fucking like demon thing now? If that's the case.
He doesn't evolve. He's just an older imp.
Oh,
He's just no.
devil
How long do imps
suck.
live?
I mean,
actually?
he's on the surface, so he's never really gonna
Oh.
like up his position within
Yeah.
hell to like get bigger. He's
How-
just an
Okay.
imp.
Alex. Would Alex arrive, Keisha?
I would invite Alex. That's. I don't know if he would know where to go.
Alex does not appear at this point.
Ah, too
Alex is
bad.
dead then. I see how it is.
Okay, Alex is dead to us
Yeah,
officially. too
no,
bad.
Alex is actually not dead to us. He's just actually dead.
Ah, okay, all right, yeah.
He wouldn't miss this party for nothing. He
My
actually
my
did.
my good pal Death Tyrant would be there, obviously.
I think you have the wrong Wilkshire tile. This is the black haired one.
No.
No, this is the right
Is
one.
the right one?
Does Wilkshire not have white?
I would say
No,
that
Motion did. But
after the entire encounter, in the epilogue, Wuxian's would keep her hair black, probably.
Nice. I love that aesthetic.
Yeah.
Do you invite Aerith?
Aerith, yes, definitely. Aerith is
Do you invite
invited.
any of your sisters?
I invite. Sure, my stepsisters can be here too.
oh, should we invite like the Empress and stuff like that?
Oh, Cecilia, definitely. Damn, we have a bunch of friends to invite.
We
Amazing.
do. God, this is like the fucking life of the party. All the high charisma people are here. Yeah, that's right.
Alyssa-
You two low charismas. Get out of here. This is the party for chats.
So enjoy the party of opening the mansion. I'll enjoy the party of me becoming
Who
the
the
leader
fuck
of the
is this
country.
guy?
Hey, this
Wait
dude
a
is
minute.
Hey, you
Hey,
can...
it's that guy!
Hey, it's the guy. Yeah, we love him.
Hey.
Yo, look who it is.
Yo!
Yeah!
No.
Oh.
Sheila, you made it!
Man.
So we invited the shadow to the party, goddammit.
Do you invite Facinia?
Facinia, yeah, sure.
Okay.
And Raug at the same time. I mean,
It's rude not to invite
should
the
at
other
least
half
give it
of
a
the
try.
couple.
I mean, I would send invites to a lot of people, man, honestly.
Like, if
This
you're
is a
gonna,
big event.
if you're gonna
Guest
invite one
star,
half,
the
at least
void.
get the other half.
The unending void. You made it.
You still have color-coded bedrooms. Well, color-coded beds.
Oh well, these are the servants' quarters. So, but yeah.
Wait,
The
so
main rooms
have you made a
It's just
second?
gonna take Helena as the +1.
All right, cool.
I think that's it.
Oh, yo, he's in.
Yo, you made it, right?
Life of the party.
He is here. He's just sort of standing with Facinia. He's not like dancing.
Yeah, that's all right.
I mean, he get talked to. Baby drawings, you know. Make it
Mhm.
cool.
Definitely.
And this is just her first party for
guys-
opening the house. There's gonna be a lot
You
more.
guys have a party. About halfway through, this purple explosion happens in the middle, and there's like a. But then, the shock dies down fairly quick. As some ginger hair comes out and says, "You're having a party without me. Come on."
Oh, Hemsworth.
You know, it's kind of fun to send an invitation when you're on a different plane of reality.
Yes, we tried, but it was a bit difficult to send one.
It's okay. I get notifications of parties all throughout the multiverse. I never
Is
miss
that
one.
so? Wow. How do you manage that?
I don't know. Alden does it all.
And now
Oh.
the lights flicker off and on. Somebody in this room is dead. It's now a murder mystery.
Oh no!
No.
It's a mansion murder mystery. It's Clue.
But it's only one room.
Yeah.
There's a nice party. At some point, Leon
There you go. That's your letter secrets.
takes Wilkesian to another room.
Oh.
He's like, "Wilkesian, I need to talk to you."
Oh, right. Okay.
Don't have
Uh,
too much
we'll-
fun, you two.
We'll be
Go on,
right
boys.
back, Gerald. You entertain the guests.
All right, let me tell you about the time I got my dick stuck in the toaster.
Uh,
Wait, no, let me tell you about the time I invented a toaster and I got my dick stuck.
right. So,
What are you doing after this? Are you adventuring with Gerald?
Oh well, I have been thinking about it. Uh, well, I believe that adventuring has its uses in making some money, and I'll probably need some for this lifestyle I'm probably going to have now. Cheryl does need his daily dose of dress income, so it'll definitely come in handy. That being said, I'll probably take a more casual approach these days. I was thinking I'll probably try and gradually settle down, maybe find somebody.
Well, this is kind of embarrassing, but I don't exactly want to live with Raoul and Facinia, and I'm not exactly a noble anymore. I could ask Cecilia for something in Orgisia, but I mean, you already have all this. Can I just move in?
Move in? Huh. Are you
Probably this
saying...
mansion would get lonely.
Yes, it could get quite lonely. You're right about that. Well, you are definitely an old friend, so my home is your home, as they would say.
Yes, the elven phrase.
Mi
Casa es
Mi
tu
casa es
casa.
tu casa. The famous Southern phrase. Right. Well, of course, you're allowed to stay here then. That is completely fine.
To be honest, I don't exactly have the future all planned out for me. I feel like I have a duty to Raug somewhat, but other than that.
Well, for my future, I can't really guess what will happen, but in the optimal scenario, I'll probably try and build some kind of legacy for myself, I think. Something something to get remembered by. I'd like to have a bit of prestige on my name by the end of it. And
Sounds nice. I
and
wouldn't
some
worry about it too much.
yes, well, it's not exactly for me though. It's more for well, who comes after, I'd say.
Well, that is nice. I think I hear a song that I really like.
Oh. Well, we might as well get down on the floor then.
Care to dance?
Of course.
Leon fucking bursts in, pops and locks.
Orgisia begins to dance. High charisma. Here we go.
Boom, boom.
Hit him with the indicator.
Hit him with the glibness for some amazing dance move.
Yo.
Yo, that high performance check. Glibner.
Yeah.
Magical spell. Don't know what it's doing there, but it's helping.
Yeah. Ah. Aubrey, get everyone more drinks. Ah.
Oh my god, that. Oh, that's a weird party. Who invited the child into the party?
The child? Where's
Did
the
you not
child?
hear the scream?
There's screaming children in the basement. Don't worry about it.
What was that? What was that? You just opened this place. Why are there already children in the basement?
Did anybody bring a child along?
Oh,
No.
that's just Hemsworth. Never mind, everybody.
Oh, right. Don't be too mean now, Gerald.
You want
You
to show
know,
off or what?
out of all of the rooms in this mansion, I have to say, my favorite has to be the wine cellar.
That's a lot. Oh my god, that's a lot of wine.
Yep.
Oh no.
And guess what? It's not the only one.
Oh no. Oh no. Show me you're an addict without telling me you're an addict.
After some time, this party comes to a close. Leon has a conversation with Rag. He stays. Everyone else sort of leaves. Hemsworth gets sucked back through an arcane wormhole.
Oh boy.
Yo, it's like Cinderella.
Why do I
As
have
soon as the clock struck 12, he's dragged away from the party.
Thank you all for coming. It was great, honestly.
various people fill the way out? The famous force stay behind.
Please take a commemorative bottle of wine while you're out.
Famous 5, KJ. Famous 5.
Oh my god, I just realized something with you should send out party invitations to someone. Like a character can use that party invitation as a like connected object to 100% reliably teleport into the
Oh
party.
my god.
Oh,
Yeah.
RSVPs have an actual used to be physical.
Mm-hmm.
amazing.
Instead of just a
That's
message into
amazing.
the head. Holy shit.
That's great. Bye, bye. Ciao, ciao. So glad everybody came. Well, except a couple people.
What?
Bruh.
Oh, I mean, I sent out some invites to a couple others, but they didn't show up. It was too
Oh.
bad.
I thought you were said. Well, I'm not particularly glad you showed up, but I guess you
Yeah.
didn't make the party worse.
Bye.
Who
Bye,
joined?
Arif.
Who joined but didn't show up?
Oh, you know. Well,
Those two.
I sort of thought about maybe reconnecting with them, but
No.
yeah.
Joe shakes his head very vehemently.
They were an important part of my life. I'd at least like to give them the gesture, though I did know they weren't going to show.
Kind of glad they didn't. They would have killed the entire party's mood.
True, true. Well, since people have left now, I think it's time to do the after party.
Alright, orgy time, let's go.
Alright.
After party, just a lot of drinking.
Yeah, it just pulls out more wine. More drinking.
Nice. Everyone
Yeah.
gets very drunk and has a nice
The
time.
best part about having two paladins around that are high. Oh no, she's a cleric. The best part of having a level 20 paladin around is that that's like 20 times that you can get full on drunk and get brought back to feeling okay again.
It's like drinking, but without the consequences.
Exactly. So if anyone gets too drunk,
Yeah. It's the power of Gerald. He is the ultimate party
See,
guy.
don't
Yeah.
do it during the party because then you're just gonna waste the alcohol. Do it the next morning.
Dude, I've got an infinite amount.
because if they get too drunk, then they're gonna black out. You smack them that, and they can keep partying for another 2 hours.
You know,
Fair
I
enough.
love that Gerald is around, honestly, as a friend, because he can prevent me from dying of alcohol poisoning.
Still addicted though. I can't stop that.
So every once in a while, like her liver just is like, please no.
Help me, Gerald. This crazy bitch.
You come crawling to Gerald's house.
It's a nice party that's had.
Yeah. After the party, Yeah, I would say after the construction of the mansion, Wilson would definitely spend the money from now on or getting servants, sort of just throwing more parties for people. So just a lifestyle of parties, a lot of parties for a while. Getting new clothes, obviously, all our usual spending habits would continue. Shell would be a very happy man for quite some time to come.
At this point, you're better off just giving him a room in your mansion.
At this point, Shovel should just get a special room in my mansion.
Yeah. You become known around like the upper echelons of society for throwing
Yeah.
these extravagant parties.
yeah,
the adventurer now throws extravagant parties.
And Gerald's always the co-host.
yeah, we throw extravagant parties and invite a bunch of the nobility, get in their good graces, shit like that.
The Warlock and the Paladin throwing the best parties in the world. Truly the
Yeah.
ultimate team.
On the yeah, and she would basically work towards sort of improving, sort of building a sort of a reputation for not just herself, but whatever family she has.
Yeah,
Which
no,
she would eventually have a family.
that's the future advances. How does Woxian's
have-
family look?
I have the tiles. But before that, I would say, what would you say, KJ? Would it be Leon or would it be somebody else?
That's up to Woxian, because if Woxian makes advances, Leon will accept.
It's a big question, isn't it?
Leon's the type of person who will just live in your house without ever pushing it. Like,
Okay. Well, I think Leon is a great friend. Just a stand-up man. Really, Wuxian's first friend. It's that he is very powerful. And what Wuxian wants in a husband, I would say, is somebody who is not as powerful. So
yeah, I feel like Woxian wants someone she can be
she
a
can
bit mean
control,
to
basically.
and get
Yeah.
away with
Somebody
it.
not very notable, somebody that could just be in the sidelines, really.
May I make an offer?
What
Or a
is your offer?
suggestion?
No, I'm not doing that. Thank you.
A shame.
I'll tell you what Wuxian would do instead, though. As is Wuxian's nature, she would most certainly, in order to decide her future husband, she would throw what amounts to a tournament. A tournament of hunky boys to decide the hunkiest boy.
Okay, I would like to offer that Gerald's there to make sure that people are good enough. He's like the final challenge.
Yeah, there's a before the tournament there would be a whole basically like we would go through a process of just sort of sifting through candidates for a tournament, definitely.
And at the end, it's like, are you good enough to date my best friend?
Yes.
Oh no, the true challenge.
It's a
Please
sort of
tell me that Leon participates in this tournament of funky boys.
that's his choice. Wuxian would not interrupt.
Leon participates in the tournament as one of your friends to eliminate competition. Like, he's like a Geralt type challenge.
Wonderful.
But it's not like fighting, no, because like they're like commoners, like workmen, right?
Yeah, it's a bunch of it's basically like commoners.
It's a bunch of social tests and knowing their
social
nobility
tests.
stuff.
Yeah, but also
So they can talk to you.
But being able to lift a lot is definitely a requirement.
Wilson just wants a guy that can hoist her up by the legs and pin her against the wall.
And then die.
I mean, it's
Requirements.
up to Nikki who Wilkson ends up with out of that tournament, but yeah.
Requirements
Goliath.
1, submissive, 2, breedable.
Hold on. True striker. Come on, Nikki.
Yeah.
Come on.
I feel like
I-
it's a bit too old.
I feel like that would be a bit too old, yeah. She
He's old.
would definitely look for people in her age range.
Yo, how about Leonello?
He's married
Your
now, of
husband.
course.
See, it would have been a good candidate if you guys didn't resurrect his wife. That's
Sure,
on
let's
you.
unresurrect her real quick.
I didn't exactly prepare who the husband would be. It's
I
just
don't, I
sort of
don't
like,
think we need to go to too much.
it can be
into it.
ambiguous. He would be in the background, so we don't need to care about him.
Maybe
but
maybe
What
some
about, what
sort of
about
police
Woxian's
actual
children,
fact.
though? That's
Woxian's children, though.
that's something
my
I'm
nephews
interested
and
in.
nieces.
How many children does Woxian have?
Woxian has in total. Hold on, I need to count.
Let's roll the D100.
No, I have it decided already. I have it all decided already. He has 5 children. I didn't draw one of them. I drew only 4, but that my interpretation is that whatever we're doing, it's a baby or something.
Okay.
Um,
one
Here,
of
I'll
them's a
draw you the
babby.
next one.
yeah. So here's what I drew.
Oh my god. Oh, they're all edgy. Wait, why are the surnames all Wilkshire?
Yeah, because that's their family name.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wilkshire. Let's go. Oh yeah, I
Wilkshire,
forgot. Yeah.
Wilkshire.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we-
you forgot.
We talked about this.
That is something
Yeah.
I
Forgot about that
actually
entirely.
remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a plot point. Totally. Woxian.
Yeah.
I like Benny.
Yeah.
Benigio.
Benigio.
I
I
like.
took some Latin names.
I love the designs of these two, but I love the sassafras one.
Benigio would be fed up of these bitches.
Yeah, Benigio's the
Okay,
only boy.
nephew.
And you would have Uncle Gerald, of course.
Family picture.
Family picture.
Insert commoner.
Insert. All of the pictures have the husband like just sort of his hand over his face, but
He's like, I imagine he's like slightly blurred.
slightly blurred, slightly sort of etched out, deteriorated.
This would be like Wilkshire, unknown man, Gerald.
Yeah. But I would say, yeah, and oldest to youngest, it would be Benigio, these two, and then this one,
Wait,
And the
you
babby.
and then the baby.
And the babby's a girl?
No, the baby's a guy, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
there needs to be some more male representation in this family.
So Benigio's just waiting for this kid to grow up. So
Yeah. Do you know how hard it is to live in a household of only women?
I know.
Oh, poor
Are
Gerald.
Clara and Tina twins, or do they just dress very similarly and look very
Yeah, they're
They're
twins.
baby
They were
twins.
born at the same time. One of them, for some reason, has white hair. The rest have black.
I love Will Smith. Like, I won't be forced to become a baby mama. I will become a baby mama of my own free choice. God damn it!
I imagine there's been a bit of a steamy time in the bedroom. She used alter self, gave her white hair again, but then it kind of mixed partway through.
Oh
So
no.
he got the natural hair and then the fake hair between the twins.
I like to imagine, actually, that basically one of them has inherited Kalishtar stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh god, that poor boy. Not just any sisters, Kalista sisters. He's gonna be
Kalishtar.
oh,
tormented.
they're always in his fucking head.
Oh.
Look, at least they can't read your mind.
Yeah.
Unless they can
You-
detect thoughts.
I imagine like at one point Gerald comes in with a psych with like a little tinfoil hat for Bengigo.
Use this to protect yourself.
As
Always wear protection, Bengigo.
I have to ask the age-old question of who dies first.
who dies first? Gerald or
Kai,
me?
he gets assassinated.
Roll
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
Well,
Who
I'm
dies
younger
first,
than
Gerald
Gerald.
or Wilson? That
I'm
is
yo-
that is true. I imagine
Yeah.
Gerald dies first.
Just like 37.
Yeah, one, I'm younger, and
Oh,
two,
okay.
Kalisha live longer, I believe, a bit longer.
Yeah,
So-
they do. They live a bit.
Also, Wilson doesn't go on adventuring, so Boy is
I
less
just didn't
strict.
know if you wanted to like die of alcoholism at some point, and Gerald.
It's like
died of
Levi's
baby.
dad's like, no.
Die from excessive drink. I mean, like, she's drunk so much wine by now. I like to imagine that.
The wine is afraid of her.
I mean, being a Kalishtar helps you like somewhat. Like, you have
Yeah.
no stats for it, but
Mm-hmm. It helps me out.
well, in this time, Geralt has sort of revived Dredao
Oh, wonderful.
and grown old himself.
Okay.
Help! My bones are withering. No.
Oh, by the way, KJ,
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yes.
Now, Luxian would grow old. However, she has alter
Help!
self.
If Roxanne would like to keep herself young,
Luxian would definitely use alter self to maintain her youthful appearance.
yes. Well, that is a magical illusion, so
Yeah, it's a magical illusion, but
it's still unhealthy as shit.
still unhealthy, definitely.
Would you invite Leon Moongard?
I mean, it's not like there's gonna be like a party or anything. He's like, he does like over time he rebuilds Dredao with the Goliath's health and stuff. So then all the Goliaths would move in here,
Yeah, the Goliaths are here.
Yeah, I would definitely be there.
Probably build a vacation house or something.
Yeah.
Geralt,
Probably take that one specifically.
there's this night now that you're like 75, and you like fall asleep, and you sort of like get a very familiar feeling of like falling asleep in Raug's temple,
Oh no!
and then
Not again.
you're back on this ship, and you just hear a voice that says, "Gerald, it's time. Come on, come back."
Oh, only 70 something. Disappointing, really. But it's what happens when you do what I do. Very well. When do you need me there,
You don't hear anything else as this divine essence travels back through the gate. Didn't have much time.
Damn. I thought he'd be closer by now, not further away.
It's more of like a metaphor and less of like a physical like distance.
Yeah. As Geralt would gather up all of the people that he actually cares about. So, shoot, you two go away. Pretty much everyone he's kind of. Everyone.
Everyone, okay.
Yeah.
Ferg, Fred, definitely would be there.
It's not for some kind of massive party. It's a departure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're at the coast of Dredao.
Ferg is even older now.
Top.
I mean,
top
even
near-
bigger.
north near the boats.
It's Fred Hardcore now.
Fred?
Triple
Friend
X.
XXX.
It's Trip XXX.
As Geralt would kind of talk to all the people that are still around, talk about old times, wish people luck in the future, especially the kids.
Mm-hmm. It's been quite a life you've
Been a
lived.
real one, hasn't it?
Yes, it has. Quite a lot has happened.
Don't worry, though. We'll meet each other again someday.
Hmm.
Maybe in the celestial playgrounds.
It was bound to come to this eventually.
I mean, I'm surprised I lasted as long as I did.
No,
Die
honestly.
3 more times.
Well, I'm glad you were there for all these years.
You know, no matter how many times Caton died, because
Hmm.
I'm the lead right now. And now I'm
Caden,
the lead for a long time.
I haven't thought about Caden for a long time, honestly.
I had to remind myself who would be dead by now.
Nor Kai.
Wait, what is people the famous 4 dying? No, they have
Yeah.
to live. No, I was the old one.
I mean, there are people older than you here.
Yeah.
No.
Like I
Yeah,
have to take
like-
some people away because they'd be dead by now. Wonder
Mhm.
Hat's
Yeah,
dead.
True Striker. I imagine actually all these Goliaths would be gone. To be honest, maybe.
No, True Striker's alive. So is Taylor. These guys were like in their early 20s, so they're all alive.
Yeah, one of these kids is gone.
Lillian was like
One of these kids died.
a young wizard. She was like 19. She's
Hmm.
fine.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone else
So
here is fine.
wait, how many years is this in?
Around
Well, you can
40
work it
years?
out exactly because Gerald's 75.
75, you said, okay.
Yeah.
75.
So it would be 40, no, 30,
30 years.
no, 38.
38 years?
38?
In
Okay.
38 years since the campaign.
Yeah. The kids are all grown up now. I didn't
Yeah,
prepare
yeah, they're like fucking
Yeah.
adults.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
KJ, did you see that one bit about
Imagine,
about
oh my
the
god,
aspirants
fucking
of
Gerald
Yeah.
was in
Yeah,
his life.
the aspirants of Radura here. Like, I
Yeah.
didn't have time to like build.
Yeah,
them,
yeah, no
but,
worries.
like,
Let me just quickly describe. Throughout like the last like what 15ish years of Gerald's life after Jadal was built up again, he kind of set up his own semi-temple or sanctuary thing, where he would teach people kind of the faith of Adur, and that people that needed it most desperate around, and he's named them the aspirants of Adur, and one of them is now going to become the leader of that.
Oh.
Obviously, the one with the most promise, who is going to be a paladin.
A paladin.
Paladin of Radura.
A paladin of Adur. Would any of Voxian's kids be
I mean, if Benigo wanted to join the aspirants of Adur, I guess, but
I don't know.
yeah, he kind of has more opportunities. This is kind of like the people with nowhere else to go, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
Just quickly read. Yeah. As Gerald finishes saying his goodbyes to everyone. No point going into detail of all he says to every single character. Maybe walks up to Leon. You know, Leon,
Yes.
I'm going to punch you for Jadal.
Go on. Right in the sun. Leon does not look a day older, by the way.
Yeah. So I can punch that perfect face of his.
Perfect little face.
So Gerald never did get to get revenge for his entire home being destroyed. As Gerald would deck him. Not as actually. I would say he's not as strong as he would be, but he has the belt, so he's still in peak strength. Because the belt won't get weaker as he gets older.
Smacks Leon, and Leon just takes it.
In fact, the belt might have even gotten stronger throughout the times. Would it get to the next stage, KJ?
Yeah, it would. Yeah.
Joe would have proven himself to his belt.
Well, I can't undo what I did, but I will say that you have persevered through it and built something wonderful.
And if I hear word that you destroy it again from the afterlife, I will come down and kick your ass myself.
I don't do things like that anymore.
I know. But old habits die hard, don't they?
I have a long time.
You do Wilson right. You hear me?
I am watching.
This is good to know you. Good to fight against you for a while. Definitely humbled me in some way.
Enjoy the afterlife, Joe.
See you there.
Someday.
I can take care of myself, you know.
I know you can. But you always need someone there to pick you up when you need it, Wilson.
By this point, I have my kids for that.
Yeah. Hopefully they can stop your alcoholic ways getting to you.
I still have plenty of years to go until I succumb to that one.
I hope you do.
Good luck in the afterlife, Cheryl.
I mean,
boy.
yeah, Benigo is like the oldest of Wilkshire's family, so
Ian
probably
Carrots.
the one that he'd bond with the most.
Oh, thanks, man.
Everything of Uncle Giles is left to baby one by Rongo, you know.
Bingo, yeah.
As Gerald would climb aboard Crusoe, cast the haste spell, and then fly off. To the
Goodbye to you as well, Crusoe. I say in Mind Link.
Goodbye.
Don't worry, Crusoe will still be around. If any of the aspirants learned how to call him yet, he'll come back. In fact, he goes to the new leader of them. And I hope he will learn one day, but I've taught him all I can.
I hope so. He did ditch all his magic studies for it, so.
Goodbye to you all. And, leave your Tao a better place than when I found it.
Don't worry, Gerald. I'll make sure it stays in place, at least until I croak myself.
As Wilkshire would get a final hug from Gerald.
Ah.
Scooped up. As Crusoe would kick it off full speed. Kind of off into the upper horizon, and then there's a point where you can still slightly see him when he does a twirl and just dives straight down into the deep ocean.
As Gerald takes off, he would see Woxian for a moment, just change to her current form of an old lady.
Just a crooked bag.
S-
That's
It's a
all that
crooked
page.
bag.
Zooms back. Oh shit! I have to see this.
As Gerald goes to be with Adele.
And that's
The
end
old
of
man
Gerald.
of the campaign. First to go, but never actually died.
As the soul is claimed.
Bad body.
That's an ambulance.
Oh, and there's the ambulance for him. Yeah.
Too late.
Yeah. Wilkes just looks at the sky and thinks, "Haha, old man, beat you. I get to live more, motherfucker."
And then Woxian's next at some point.
Yeah.
I get to live for so long.
I imagine Voxian's death is much less of like an onlooking thing and just like, oh, the old lady died in her bed.
The old lady died.
The
Yeah.
old lady died from alcohol
I
poisoning.
mean,
Yeah, her
being
liver healing is
Woxian,
gone now.
being Woxian and being extra, she would certainly arrange for a very very big gravestone.
Yeah, and there's this like extravagant funeral that people attend, like people that don't even know Woxian that well.
Mhm.
There's
She's
like
just. It's sort of like everybody, like all the locals in Extro are like, "Oh, that old hag died. That big important hag." Yeah.
there's like a couple of weeks where like Woxian dying is some like B tier news.
Yeah. And by the time Loxian dies, I imagine like her kids now have children as well.
Oh
And they're
yeah.
like, "Who's that, Dad?" That's Grandma.
And at some point, Kai goes as well. I think it'd just be in some random place, maybe.
Hmm. I'd imagine, like, he would probably know the last year of his life. He would probably construct a temple with Temple of the Gods, since like it takes a year, no material components spent. And like knowing that like when he's like 400, um, like he's 490 something, he is probably spending that year um, building building his own temple, so to speak, in a very remote place for him to hide. As he in his old age, he's writing he wrote a book that people can like decipher, can it's like a very much unrelated story, but like you can that's not particularly much effort put into it, but into like the story itself, but like people can decipher it to find out where this burial ground of his own making would be, as um, he would probably now I'm gonna think about where it could be.
You'd be welcome to build it on Narrow Bay. A hidden island now protected, or in the future protected by a mythical island.
No,
You could put it in Swanwell, maybe.
Or on Emerald.
hmm. Yeah, I think having it built in Swanvalmy would make sense. Like in the book, it speaks of like it speaks of a small town hero that that comes from a place that isn't given a name, and a lot of death is like a central story of the is like a central theme of the story, and like people could like piece two and two together and find out, and like they could try and find out which place it would be, and eventually the clues would lead them to Swanvalmy, or just a very similar looking place. I don't know why.
All the
Right.
people of Swanwelby themselves probably realise.
Yeah. As he would be like probably 2 miles north of Swanwhelm in a very remote place. He would create his own temple and his own burial place.
Okay. Kai bows
His last
himself.
request would
Was
be to not to to comfort anyone that would be for Equus to comfort anyone that would mourn his death, even though like he tried so hard to basically just become a myth pretty much at this point, as just a general spirit of kindness that would come along and help people, but asking for nothing in return. As and that he would be and that Etrus himself would bury him. And then Etrus casts Earthquake, of course.
hmm.
And Kai is buried.
Huh.
And that leaves the one person, Kaiten, who lives for exponentially longer.
Like 6,434 years.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we have one final scene.
Oh boy.
Let me get it up.
Ooh, he's giving us the teasers.
Oh.
Get out of here, you lot. You're in the way of the map. Oh, oh, it's this
Ooh.
map.
Ooh.
Oh, is this map?
Exactly 3,000 years after the destruction of the Divine Gate, every world leader is called to Anhafia by Alyssa. The world is very much different now.
Oh, is Alyssa
Except
still
for
alive?
yeah, Alyssa's alive, baby.
Okay.
Except for perhaps Barrow Bay, which stays fairly the same throughout history. It's a place that doesn't really see a lot of change, and it's full of elves who don't change very much with time anyway.
Hmm.
There's a number of people here who are still alive. Flusterer Pebblebeard is dead.
Yeah. Even dwarves can't live that long.
His that's Rosette Pebblebeard,
Oh, right.
his descendant.
Yeah, that's Rosette.
I'm sorry.
It's a descendant, man. Yeah.
His,
Respect.
the sort of mage council is still alive.
Oh, look, these guys are the clones.
And Kaiten is sat here as well.
Rosie gets a chair, Rosie's.
Over here.
That's
You can have a chair. This is a private meeting.
Yeah, everyone here knows
yeah,
what it is already.
she'll have a chair. Oh, I was talking about something different.
Oh, okay. going to guess 3,000 years later, Kate looks a lot different in clothing.
Yeah, she doesn't really wear her armor anymore, and she wears noble dress, and like her bow is at home on a plaque.
Yeah. All she has is, I imagine, like a pendant or something for casting through, and also the icon, the amulet one.
Yeah.
Attitude.
Oh, glass are being thrown here.
After 3,000 years.
Yes, he doesn't lose grudges.
Wow, you're
What
a
are
shit.
you, a fucking dwarf?
Finn,
You are a shit
dwarf.
who can't evolve from past discrepancies that aren't even real.
Who
Why do you
else
have
is
Kate
here?
ruling a country? Bad end. Bad end.
That ends.
Hey. Hi guys, it's me.
Shut up,
Hey
your
guys,
body is
I
basically
survived,
completely decomposed by
Oh,
now.
I am here as an angel.
I think there's just a missing seat. Yeah.
And that's a lizard seat.
I
Cool.
I mean, at some point, yeah.
Gristle's corpse?
Benigio the 15th.
In about 5 minutes.
He buzzing fancy. He buzzing.
Phone was being
Well-
bloody close to my mic.
See the beginning of a new age for our continent. They will return, and what that brings, I do not know. But hopefully, there can be some peace. If we've all evolved, we can solve things with words. And Alyssa just sort of like looks forward and then looks like down. And it's like, well, I didn't really have a lot I wanted to say. I don't think there is much we can really do. Just have to wait.
I think it is then.
And there's this unease in the room as like people in the chairs next to each other talk to each other. Like Raug and Thesinia have this sort of hushed conversation.
Like,
And
I
then
imagine it probably involves a ball mood.
like 3 minutes in, Caitlin's like, yeah, I gotta go to the bathroom. And then
Bruh.
Bray.
Tiny on the
Okay.
ceiling somewhere.
It's literally 5 minutes until the gods arrive. You're like, yeah, I'm just gonna go.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
With
God, Kate is insufferable.
God, yeah.
with the thing. And she's just wait.
Okay.
Can't get it high. Please on the ceiling. You can imagine it.
Mhm.
Etienne's going to miss this. Can someone go get her?
Jesus Christ, it's getting shit out of me.
Cecilia just like looks. I suppose I'll do it. As Cecilia is gone, there is this sort of brilliant light within the room, and then various flashes as figures start appearing around behind Alyssa.
Yo, Jason Momoa.
Oh my God, there they are.
Look, Kane, it's your mother. Look, Kane, looks it.
Yeah. Look, it's Mommy Dearest.
This is Kai's one.
There he is.
As the gods appear, Veneer speaks up. Well, it's certainly an introduction back immediately into politics. So, let's get started, shall we? And as everybody sort of filters off, I imagine Kaiten moves fairly quickly.
She stays on the ceiling, just waiting. Mainly waiting for a time where Alyssa has to take a quick break, so she's out of the room. And then she shall do the thing.
Okay, well, these people are gonna sit around here in various positions. I have to remember how I want to do this. Says, excuse me one moment. And she just disappears. Because she casts a spell.
Kane's little form flies down lightly. Uses probably a fireball to light this thing. And just drops it down. I imagine this is quite a high ceiling. So she just drops it down, and when it's 10 foot off the ceiling, it just explodes and Kane flies away as quick as she can.
But that's the question: do you get to fly away?
That's the question.
Because there's a lot of gods here.
When you drop it and cast when you drop it and cast, there's sort of a realization as a million eyes sort of fall on you in this moment, and there's barely any time to think as Thelmus speaks to you in your mind and says, well, it was good while it lasted. And then this brilliant light fills the room. And you're instantaneously vaporized. Because what the fuck did you think this was going to be?
It was just a thing made of fireworks. It's not fucking...
You said fireball!
And he's using fireball to light it.
Yeah,
fireball to
so
light it, okay.
she drops
Like,
it, uses
fire
fireball while it's already lowered down. She's not gonna fucking explode herself.
I mean,
Yeah, but no, the problem is that you're not getting vaporized by that. You're getting vaporized by all of the gods.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah,
the
that
the problem
completely
is you
makes
can't
sense.
leave.
That's
Yeah.
a thing she's willing to commit to.
Okay.
But I just want to know what happens after Kate.
The end.
You die.
That's literally the end of our epilogue.
Yeah.
Kaiten is vaporized in this moment, and little blue spectacles fly throughout the air of Parliament, and that is where I close the curtains.
Oh, finally. For context, that was the last vial of disease inside of the ball. She was infecting all the gods.
Oh.
That was what she's been holding on to for 3,000 years.
a vial of disease for the gods.
Oh, and a vial of antidote. It's just
I don't think
In
that's
case.
the issue.
no. God, this table is an absolute mess.
All right, well, that's it, I guess. Wow.
Thanks for the campaign, Kinja.
Thanks for the campaign, man.
Thank
Been
you all
good.
for coming.
Oh,
It wasn't just a year, it was 1.5 years.
it was. Yeah. 1.5 years.
Is it now the longest running campaign on this server?
Oh, definitely.
It's been like that since like the first like 7 months.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
You see now as though it's a new event.
It's been the longest running for a while.
I was gonna say I haven't been to the server for a long time. It feels like yesterday.
It does feel fairly recent that we started this, doesn't it?
It's
Wow.
odd.
Imagine being Kaiten, living for 7,000 years, and then killing yourself after 3,000 years.
Oh no, she only lived for 3,107.
Yeah, okay. Same thing.
Yes.
But like,
The hundreds mean nothing when you live for that long.
yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. I'm in my early 3000s.
How dare you?
But she did the one thing that I had planned on.
I'm interested like KJ selecting specific tiles to put in the bag.
Ooh.
Throw being your thing to the
I'll
back.
take it with you. No.
Take me with you.
God. I was
Uh.
thinking that was Ferg, that pit fiend.
Pet Fiend A, also known as Ferg.
Yeah, Ferg after 3,000 years, he finally got the promotion he was looking for.
I like to,
Yeah!
man, I feel like by this point he would get a promotion. Yeah. Why not? Oh, that's an interesting thought, actually.
There's
Like,
so many other pit fiends. Why Ferg specifically?
because he's lived for a very long time, probably. He would live with the family, definitely.
He's the family imp, and then it's the family closet, then it's the family pit
Imp.
fiend.
We have the family imp. We have the family Leon. We have the family, the family zombie. Ooh.
I feel like KJ's clearing stuff up so we can have all the PCs just lined up.
It's putting stuff in bags. I can hear the noise.
I mean,
Yeah.
it is a question. May
I saw the soul off for a second.
May I have the save file when you're done, KJ?
No.
Why would
He has stuff in the hidden zone.
I mean,
He's clearly preparing stuff.
yeah, that's why I fucking asked the question.
No, it's mine.
Yeah.
Ah!
KJ's.
Oh,
KJ, can I have your stuff so I can make my own fan version of what happens?
where Kaden doesn't get it vaporized and she
Where-
kills all the ghosts. She's
Where
really
Kaden
cool.
kills all the gods. She's really cool. She eliminates all of them. They're all dead.
Bad end.
Worse than.
Look,
I appreciate what Kaden was trying to do.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It's fun.
I mean,
I like
It's,
it.
it's very chaotic.
we'll never
Mhm.
know if it succeeded or failed because the epilogue ended as soon as you basically blipped out of existence.
like we heard blue specks, but we don't know if that's just purified disease or if that's might somehow end up infecting the gods in the
You
future.
know,
I mean, as soon as Caitlyn died, there was no PC to focus on anymore. So, campaign.
It's
Yeah.
up for speculation.
It's up for speculation, though. I will say, I do feel like the gods would probably be immune to disease.
That
I
was
don't
the
know.
disease specifically meant to infect the gods.
In fact, the god. Okay. If
Yeah.
that's all right.
The one
Yeah.
that Gerald has 24 of and Kaden only had one of.
Huh.
There's a reason I took all 24 of them, so people couldn't do shit like this.
Hmm.
But obviously, Joe don't know how many there were because there was like already some missing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Joe did
yeah.
his best to keep the gods safe.
Remember when Kate went to experiment on Clark? She did not use all of her spikes.
Mhm.
Cage,
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yes.
How many fish could Angel Gerald catch in 3,000 years?
How many
In his
heaven fish?
first afterlife.